Top of the morning, y'all. That was not good. We got it together. Here we go. We here. We here, man. Come on up in here. We're gonna get to these topics, man. We're gonna get to these topics this morning. See how long it takes me to set up. I haven't been setting up in a while, but I'm gonna set up today. Definitely gonna be setting up today, right? I haven't set it up in a while, right? Please, I need everybody to come up in here. Right, we're gonna talk about Charlie. Charlie was taken out, man. Charlie was taken out, man. And so on the building, smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. We about to get the show started. You know, we here, we at the desk today. Look, I came into my professional settings, right? Charlie Kirk's killer's still at large, man. Still at large, chat. But I think the FBI is closing in on him. You know, it's only a matter of time, right? Because once the big boys get on you, you know, the big boys get on you. You do such a savage, heinous crime, right? Because that was a savage, heinous crime. Like I said, even though I didn't agree with a lot of Charlie's views, because I am a black man, a black cowboy, yeehaw, right? How he was taken out because he liked to debate definitely wasn't the vibes, right? Smash the like button, 22 in the building. Smash the like button, man. We here at the desk. We're gonna get to some topics. How Charlie was taken out, and all he wanted to do was debate, right? But the FBI, I believe, is closing in on this killer. You know, this savage of a killer. And hopefully when they bring him to justice, we get some clarity as to why. 42 in the building, smash the like button, please. 42 in here. We get some clarity as to why he did Charlie like that, man. You know, what was the beef? What was the real beef? Who was he working for? Salute, T. Hit the like button, 50 in the building. We here at the desk, man. This is independent media, independent grind, out the mud entertainment, right? You know, got it off the muck, right? Off the muck. That's what they say, right? The muck. Yeah, we got it off the muck, right? 47 in the building. Hi. Hit the like button, Lauren Lord. Peter, where's Peter? Peter, where'd you go? She wants to know where you went, Peter. 52 in the building, right? Yeah, we're going to talk about Charlie. We're going to talk about Charlie, right? There we go. So we are up and running, man. 49 in the building and only 2 likes. Come on, we got to do better with the likes, man. How you doing, Raheem Delaware? Hit the like button, Raheem. So Charlie was taken out, man. We're gonna listen to some of Charlie's stances a little bit, right? Charlie was taken out, right? The day before 9/11 too, right? That was right before 9/11. I was watching online, right? Some people are saying that he was taken out on purpose before 9/11 to take some of, off of 9/11. I don't think so. I don't think so, right? Because he that was the first leg of his tour, up and coming tour, and this is what he does. He goes around to different universities. I just think that this is when that killer struck, right? Oh, this is D'Angelo Muscle Evans. He's a fighter that I support out of North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina. Look him up, undefeated fighter, signed a Wise Owl Boxing. He has a fight coming up too, October 11th, down there in North Carolina. Look him up though, good fighter. Fights out 140 pounds. I interviewed him many times. Look him up. Definitely look him up. But yeah, we gonna put out some content right now. 86 in the building. There we go. Hit the like button. We should have 50 likes now, man. We should be well over 50 likes right now, man. Please. Likes are free, man. I'm not telling you to donate. I'm not saying put $1 in the super chat. Get the likes up though. I'm at the desk, right? You see my professional setting, right? We stepped up our streaming, right? Salute to everybody that's over here. You look like you eat corn the long way. No, I eat watermelon. Yeah, thank you, T. Get that out of here. Appreciate you. 93 in the building now. Come on, run the likes up. We got 100 in the building, and we don't have 10 likes yet. We got to get the likes up, man. Please, get the likes up. Likes are free, please, by all means. Get the likes up, man. We are multitasking. I'm going to put out 5 likes. All right. A couple more. Get the likes up. All right. So Charlie was taken out, man. And the killer is still at large. But I think the FBI, they are closing in on this guy. If you know, you know, right? The FBI, when the FBI gets on your heels, it's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time because those guys, they play no games. You know that, right? They play no games, man. D Bell, what's going on? Appreciate you. Matt Guns. Shout out to Matt Guns, man. There we go, 102 in the building. Let's get the likes up though, please. By all means, get the likes up. Likes are free. I'm not telling you to give me any money. I'm just asking for the likes, man. I'm just asking for the likes. Just get the likes up, man. This is the Source Experience. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some clips from Charlie over here, right? Before I get started over here, right? I'm going to get started over here too, but this is the behind the scenes views. As you can see, I just came from the school, right? And I was like, yo, why don't I take advantage of the time that I got right now and do a little blogging. Get a little blogging in. And that's what I tend to do. I'm going to blog for you guys. I just dropped a quick video before I came in here and set up. Because what I noticed about social media, right? And coming from the field that I was coming from, the boxing field, and I'm going to get to that too, because the big fight is tomorrow. There are a lot of people on deck with no motion. It's showing right now. They do a lot of views, but the motion they don't have, and it's showing now because they are there on the front lines. A lot of these guys aren't having access. They're really not in the loop like that, and we're seeing that. We're getting the first-hand account of that, man. Some of your most famous content creators that claim they do views. Okay, we are at 10 likes. Thank you for the likes. Let's get the likes up, though. We have 89 watching. 89 people are watching right now. So I think we should have at least 25 likes. So let's get the likes up, man. While we wait for y'all to get the likes up, listen to this. This was Charlie right here. Raw and uncut. Charlie. Charlie Kirk. Promising conservative influencer who probably would have ended up being a big-time politician. A big-time politician. Actually, I don't look like Beetlejuice, but thank you. Hit the like button for that, man. Let's get the likes up to 25, man. Run the likes up, man. I should start charging you guys $5 for calling me Beetlejuice, man. You know, that's defamation of character. I don't look like Beetlejuice. But let's listen to Charlie real quick.
What is the number one cause of black death in Chicago?
2 black Republicans said.
What would you have to say?
You didn't graduate college? You know this guy didn't graduate.
Okay, that's Charlie right there. That's what we was talking about yesterday. That is why he was killed. That's why he was murdered. Yo, broad day murdered, man. He is the Malcolm X of the white conservatives. We're going to get to that, man. He was like Malcolm X to the white conservative Republicans. And they took him out. They ended his existence because he liked to debate, right? He loved to debate. This guy was a debater, man. That's all he did. He had strong views and viewpoints on a lot of different topics, blacks. You know, I've been watching a lot of his content now, right? He felt some type of way about equal opportunity and diversity. And subsequently, it led to his demise. And all he really wanted to do was debate, right? Look, all he wanted to do was debate, right?
Do you believe that being here in America here is a right or a privilege?
It's a right and a privilege.
You have a right to.
Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear
I
that.
believe anybody has a right to movement to wherever they want.
So you would get rid of all borders.
Yes.
So when you land from an international flight at JFK Airport, no passport checks.
Nope.
Okay. Thank you for so bluntly telling us.
I mean, I'm a dirty commie, so yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that being here
So
in America?
that was Charlie right there, man. That's what Charlie really did. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? His views weren't strong. They are views majority of us had before things got woke. Okay, Brady, being dead does not make him something that he never was. And what was that, Patrick? He lost the debate by a long shot. Calvin Watkins. Thank you, man. 112 in the building. Let's run the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. By all means, run those likes up, man. Get those likes up. Get those likes up, man. You say 100% don't ever use violence to solve political differences. I agree, but Kirk was a racist, homophobic bigot who apologized for right-wing violence, not a good guy. Yeah. You know, my take is, right, and this may get taken the wrong way, right? He talked about basically like a lot of black on black crime and like gang banging, MS-13 and the black gangs of Chicago. And ironically, he was taken out by one of his own, right? Hopefully when they bring this guy to justice, right, he was taken out by one of his own. That would be considered white on white crime. And he was taken probably out by somebody who just disagreed with what he liked to debate about. Because like I said, I don't think Charlie was a militant, right? He wasn't violent, right? I'm still, you know, doing research and stuff on him. But I haven't seen anywhere where he assaulted anybody at any of these rallies where, you know, he just liked to debate. He just felt like he was like the smartest guy. You know, that's what, when I watch him, that's what he comes off as. That guy who studies, does a lot of reading, And he just thinks that he's more intelligent than anybody in the room, and he could debate. That's just my observation of him from the stuff that, like I said, prior to him being, unalive and taken out, I really didn't follow the guy like that. I'm not saying you do have options, right? And I see why I didn't follow him, because he had very strong opinions on black people and equal opportunity type of stuff, 124 in the building and only 22 likes. Come on, man. We got to do better with these likes, man. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's get these likes up. He said he has an account with $40 million from donors who backed Israel, and he just changed his views on Israel and what they are doing to God. Yes, I seen that too. I seen that. I watch a lot of the content. I seen that. I've seen theories where they said that that's why he got murdered. I seen that too. But I don't try to get into all of that type of stuff. But I think maybe I will. I'll start doing that, because I like a lot of that stuff is, to me, it's like real deep. You can go off the edge with some of that stuff, man. But I did check that out. Thank you for dropping that over here in the chat, man. D Bell, what up, man? Sophia, what's up? Hit the like button, man. He won against Trump as well. He did? I don't know. I didn't see nothing about that yet. Me 22. Smash the like button, man. Hopefully some of you boxing guys are over here, the guys that claim to not watch my boxing content, and you hit the like button. We already got 25 likes, 82 watching, and things of that nature, right? But yeah, that was Charlie. Charlie has some strong thoughts. Look, here's another one. Just let me know if y'all can hear that on this laptop. All right, I want to make sure y'all can hear some of his views, man. And I believe these are the views that got him taken out, man.
I'm a lifelong Vikings fan, and I love football. It's a very masculine sport. All right.
How many Super Bowls have the Minnesota Vikings ever won?
All right. We don't got to discuss.
No, let's count them.
I think we're done counting.
Exactly. That's right. There's no need to count.
All right. Well, I know you're from Chicago.
Let's count again.
I know you're from Chicago. I'm just wondering how you feel about the fact that the worst team in the NFL, the Bears, is led by a man who paints his fingernails.
First of all, I'm not a defender of Caleb Williams. Second of all, 85 Bears were the greatest football team ever assembled in NFL history. Third of all, I don't have to hear smack talk from a football team. I don't think you've ever been to a Super Bowl.
4.
You guys have been to 4? Yeah. That makes it even worse. Choke.
All right.
That's what I think of, right?
See, that's what he liked to do, man. He loved to debate, man. And he was killed. He was killed, man, for debating. Like I said, I'm still surfing and trying to see if he was violent. Did he beat up one of these guys that he disagreed with, man? Because at the end of the day, America is based on freedom of speech. Like if I came on here right now, right? If I came on here right now and I just started a racist tirade, I could do that. It's freedom of speech, right? There probably would be some people that probably would want to kill me for being a racist. But this is the society we live in. There are people that are racist. There are people that have those type of views. Do they deserve to die for those views? I don't think so. They're just ignorant. Just like that guy that killed him. He was a savage, right? Now, they're not going to say he was a savage, but they need to. Because like I said yesterday, when the brother said I couldn't articulate my thoughts, when this happens in the inner cities, in the ghettos, in the poor communities, it is looked at as savagery. To me, this is the biggest savagery act, right? Because like I said, when I do my research on Charlie Kirk, I do not see him doing anything violent. I just see him with his views, his stance on America, society, Christianity, religion, and he spoke on those things, right? He spoke on those things. Now, a lot of people did agree with him. A lot of people did love what he did, right? Like the brother that was in here that said that he had backing over 40 million from donors. So whenever people put their money behind you, they actually support you because they're funding you, right? Is that a fair assessment before I continue on? 159 in here. We got to get the likes to 50. We have 29 likes. Let's get 31 more likes, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. And I'm going to get to some of these comments. He said he did not realize how deep into it he was until recently. Man, Calvin Watson said, y'all mad at the truth. Charlie did not force views on anyone. He just spoke his opinions. I agree. That is why I say he didn't deserve to die the way he did. He was taken out like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, JFK. He was taken out, man. He was taken out very graphic too, man. Very graphic, man. He said Charlie advocated for government policy which reflected his prejudice. So he did force it on others via government. That's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. Tap dancing nigga. Jennifer. Who's the tap dancing nigga, Jennifer? Go to your job and speak your opinion. See how far you go. Yo, in my job, you get suspended. You get suspended, you get reprimanded. But we have a union for that. You just go to your union delegate, man. Go to your union delegate. But that was Charlie in a nutshell. Let's get to some more Charlie. Right. We at the desk, y'all. How's the content looking now, y'all? How's the content looking, man? 184 in the building. Here goes some more, Charlie.
Do you have a right to life once you exist?
Yes, but then the argument is,
well, you
when
said
does life
yes.
begin?
Well, no, so then answer me the question. I mean, you know when I believe life begins at, not just what I believe, what science reflects, human development starts at conception. We can agree with that.
Human development, sure, yeah.
Okay, no, but if it's human development, then it's human life. You have to find another word other than life.
Yeah.
So tell me what word besides life you would use.
To describe, like, conceptions? Or like,
Conception, when it's fetus, whatever. What word other than alive? It's not dead. You could agree it's not dead because it has a heartbeat and DNA and the cells are forming and they're splitting. So it's not alive and it's not dead. What word would you use?
I wouldn't necessarily call it alive. I wouldn't necessarily call it dead. I think there's a distinction. I wouldn't label it with one word just because it's like I don't have.
But let's think about this more deeply because I can tell you're smart. We actually always exist on a binary of alive or dead.
Yeah, I mean.
So then you have to choose. It's either dead or alive. There isn't a third option. If you want to create one, you can go to the science department here and argue that. But what is the third option other than alive and dead?
I would say the one thing I want to say is viability. I know I'm kind of dodging it, but like.
No, I know you are dodging it because and I'm not trying to pinpoint you. Just to close the thought, and we go to viability. Abortionists cannot answer this question ever because there is not a third option.
Yeah.
You are either alive or dead. It is a binary of existence, right? Now you could be supportive when you are alive, meaning you might need to have medicine or you might need to have a ventilator, but you are still alive by all objective measurements, or you are dead. So when a human being is going on the process of human development in utero, it technically, of course, is alive, and therefore it's a human life, but we use all this different kind of trappings and language to try to dehumanize the being. Do you have a right to life once you exist?
Yes, but then the argument
is... this is all he really was about, man. This is all he was really about. He was going to many colleges, universities, and debating his viewpoints. And this got him unalived, amongst other things as well, as I'm starting to find out. And as some of you guys are putting it in the chat, right? Man, salute to you, Gumbo. I see you in the building. Yes, run the likes. We'll get the likes to get there, Gumbo, because as you can see, we have 160 and counting organic numbers. These are real numbers. These aren't fake numbers. I'm not buying views, right? 33 likes. Let's get the likes up to 50, right? We are what? 17 away from 50. Gumbo said get it to 75, right? So let's just run the likes up. But you see, Charlie, this is what he did, right? He just went to different universities debating with his strong opinions, right? Strong opinions, right? He has strong opinions.
It looks like we have a Satanist to begin. Yeah. In the name of Jesus, I repudiate this unclean spirit.
This is what he did, man. This is all he really did. Like, he was on the front lines defending his views, right? On the front lines defending his views, right? But I was telling somebody, right? This is why I say it's so easy to program people on social media. I had somebody post him, and they're a Christian, and they was like, I didn't even, I'll say my piece, and then when I see where your head is at with something, and I'll be like, there's no need to even keep engaging in the conversation because you are so brainwashed and lost, right? Now this is another African American, and he was telling me, basically he was like defending Charlie, and I was like, dude is a Christian, but I was like, a lot of the stuff that he spoke on out of the Bible, he used the Bible to manipulate, I feel, right? And I was like, not only that, I said, when it comes to me and you, because you're a fellow black person, he really didn't fuck with you like that, dude. But you're on here trying to defend him and defend his actions, right? Now, if you was going to get a job and they used affirmative action and you got hired, he felt that you didn't deserve that job, right? But, dude couldn't even, he didn't even catch none of that. So once I realized he wasn't catching that, I was like, there's no point in continuing this conversation. All right, let me get to some more of the chat, man. The chat is live. Thank you to the chat. The reason why I'm not getting to all the chat is because you guys haven't put 50 likes in there. Notice I didn't say you didn't throw no money over here. I just said you did not donate to the likes. I want the likes up, man. It was just about 200 and some people in here, man. The likes should have been at 50 already. 35 is good, but we need 50 likes. He said they are just mad that he said the truth. Patchwork, he said his truths. Just because you agree with him doesn't make it true. Those are his truths, right? He's entitled to his views and opinions, right? Why would you want a doctor that's not the best at what they do? That's up for debate, right? Right? That's up for debate, right? I don't understand. He said he got on a plane and saw a black pilot and he would think twice. The pilot had to have credentials to be a pilot. That's exactly right. But that was just his view. He felt some type of way about like affirmative action and stuff like that, man. There's a argument, a debate that he had, right? I'm trying to find that one. I thought I shared it, but I didn't. Where he was debating with I think the guy was Jewish, and the guy was advocating for black people to get reparations, and he was like, no, they need to come and they had all these years to work hard and yada yada yada. And the dude was like, the Jewish kid, he was like, well, my family received reparations and we are profiting off of that. And Charlie was like stuck. I might have sent that to the dude, but I'm not on that page, so I can't pull that up, man. She said, don't beg for likes, let them come organically. Yeah, they will come, but my whole thing is this, lovely. If there are 152 people in here right now, right? Hitting the like button is as simple as this right here. You see how?
Looks like we have
see what
a
I just did
Satanist
right
to
there?
begin.
See that right there, what I just did? That's how easy it is to hit the like. Hit the like button, man. That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying refresh the super chat. I did not say throw $1 in the super chat or hit my cash app. None of that. I just said hit the like button. Lovely. I feel what you're saying, but I've been on for 30 minutes. And like I just told you, there are 184 people in here and only 36 likes. The likes should have been over 50, right? Especially a lot of these people that are coming over here want me to say something ridiculous about Charlie so they can jump in the chat and, go for racist tirades. Yes, I know God loves me. He loves me. He does. Thank you for that. He loves me. She said, right, he was too busy worrying about black people, trans people, to see what was really happening. Me, 22. Man, he was. He was. He really was, man. And the ironic thing is he was killed by his own, man. As much stuff that he talked about blacks and gangbangers. And I was speaking on this yesterday. It was not a gangbanger that rolled up and did a drive-by from Chicago. He's from Chicago. So he was talking about the Vice Lords, the GDs, the different gangs in Chicago. But none of them was the ones that took him out. Right? None of them was the ones that took him out, man. Right? None of those guys were the ones that took him out, man. But how was the content looking at? There we go, 38 with 12 away from 50. Run the likes up. I wanna go to the one with the where he was hit. Is this it right here? He just liked to debate, man.
Remember, you're from San Diego. You're very entertaining.
Hi, Charlie.
Okay.
Who's your favorite live-action Batman?
Favorite live-action Batman?
Yeah, I'm stuck between Keaton and Bale.
Oh, Bale.
Yeah, me too. Bale.
We agree.
And look, I found my cape.
Oh, wow, and a Batman cape. You are
Same
entertaining.
thing.
God bless you.
Thank you, Charlie. God bless
Thank
America.
Remember, you're from San Diego.
See, these are the type of people that he attracted. All type of people. He said he was a right-wing dude that at the end of the day went left. Man, Calvin Watkins, thank you for that comment, Calvin. I gave you a like, God bless you, Jesus was black. Yes, he was. I cut my hair yesterday, but he had hair of wool. Look, his beard was like this. That's why I rock my beard like this. Lovely, they be upset. They be upset. They be like, brush your beard. Your beard looks nasty. No, my beard looks like Jesus. I look like Jesus. I look like Moses. I look like one of the disciples. What do you mean? Skin of brass. Skin of brass. He said Jesus is not black. Yes, he is. He's a black man with dreads. He had dreads, man. Right? He had dreads. But how is the content looking now, y'all? So this killer is still at large, right? Let's go over here. Put that right here. This killer is still at large, man, right? But the FBI closed in on him. I'm telling you right now, when they start releasing a lot of information to the news and stuff, they know much more. What they're trying to do is they're trying to rock him to sleep, get him comfortable. Lovely is correct. She said the Middle East is in the middle of what? Africa. Yes, it is. He's from a region where the people have color. We don't need to get into all that. 40 likes. Thank you, man. We are 10 away from 50. And look, let's see how we are looking on the screen, right? Let's just see. Let's see how
If
we
your
are
cat
looking.
goes from weird to
Right? We have 40 likes.
drooly
Right.
to drool.
We are at 40 likes. Right? We are at 40 likes. Oh yeah, we looking good. We looking real good. We looking real good, man. Let's just get the likes up though, man. Let's get the likes up, man. We need the likes up. He surely wasn't Mexican. No, he was from the African continent. He was a dark-skinned Jewish, yes. right? You know, they don't like to talk about that. They don't like to talk about that, man. Because you know they want to erase that from history, right? Egypt is where? Where's Egypt at, right? Isn't Egypt in Africa, right? Is Egypt in Africa? The pyramids and all of that, right? Pharaoh, that's Africa, right? Isn't that Africa? Okay, thank you, me 22. Yeah, I thought so. Egypt's in Africa. So an Egyptian, right? An Egyptian is really considered an African, right? He's an Egyptian because he's from Egypt. But if Egypt is in Africa, he will be considered an African Egyptian, right? I'm just trying to articulate my thoughts. Because remember, the brother yesterday told me I couldn't articulate that well. So if Egypt is in Africa and an Egyptian is an African, right? Because his country is in Africa. So an Egyptian will be considered an African, right? Just like if you live in New York or Ohio, right? Or Georgia or Alabama, right? You are or Texas. You're a Texan American, right? Because you live in the continent of America, United States of America. So you are a American Texan. So an Egyptian would be an African Egyptian, if that makes any sense, right? Caleb, you said no. So I guess I did not put that together. I guess he was right. I don't articulate very well. But how is the content looking at? 44 likes. There we go. We almost at 50, man. Let's get the likes up to 50, man. Let's get the likes up to 50. But yes, Charlie was murdered, man, because he was a debater. That's all I see. I don't really see the guy out here doing anything outlandish other than having his views and debating. That's why sometimes it's dangerous to debate, man. You know? I think he kind of outgrew that. You know? Like from what I'm seeing, he's been doing this for quite some time. But at a certain point in time, you have to elevate. And I think, you know, he got too comfortable with being able to be touched, because that's what he was. He was able to be touched. He's out there. He always had the one militant security dude with him, right? Let me put my glasses on. Let me get my security glasses on. Look. He had the one military looking security guy like this, always in the back, probably had a weapon and everything on him, right? But he was always accessible to be touched. There we go, 49 likes. We are almost at 50. Let's get the likes to 50. And then we will get to 75, right? But he was always accessible to be touched. And at some point in time, right, you have to elevate from that, man. You know? You gotta be like somebody, like, if you notice some of these big time bloggers, streamers, right? Do you see their security? Like iSpeed, I know this is a little off topic right now, but iSpeed moves like the president. Right? And he's out there, he's going town to town, state to state, but he's moving like the president. If you even attempt to run down on him, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, we cracked 50 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you, right? Thank you for the likes, man. But let's get to another Charlie debate, right? Just let me know if you guys can hear these, man. Right? Because you got to be able to hear this stuff, right? How is the content looking, man? Hopefully for the boxing guys, right? Because I know a lot of y'all are probably over here. It's a lot of people over here, in and out. You guys are watching your favorite boxing content creator that's in Vegas, and maybe they're getting access, maybe they're not. Because a lot of these guys aren't getting access, right? They're realizing now that their paid for views do not matter. They don't, right? Let me know if you could hear this. All right.
I know data engineers making 500.
Can you guys hear this?
So if you're in tech and you are a U.S.
Yes, he talks shit about everybody, Felix. That's what he did, but
Likely to choose life. If you consider yourself pro-life, it's time to join forces with preborn. I'm a donor, and you should be too. MS-13. Number two. What was it's yours? Okay. That is what built the West.
I can agree.
And so
with that.
instead of
Thank you
saying
for-
land acknowledgement, we're on stolen land, you know what you should have? You should have a gratitude acknowledgement. Praise God, I live in America. I'm glad. A gratitude acknowledgement would be nice. But what is your question?
Okay. So my question is, how can we protect American-born Mexican?
Hold on. First off, time out. You said Kilmar Garcia. That was
yes,
he's not American born.
I'm sorry. This is gonna connect to it. It's gonna connect to it. I promise you. Okay. So now that the body cam footage has been released and everything,
Felix, you said Malcolm X wasn't shit, right? I look at it like this. I said that my title, I just want to break down my title. He was like Malcolm X was to, his people. I'm saying that's what Charlie was to the conservative Republican. You see, he's out there. He's on the front lines. This is another one of his debates where he's amongst the people. He has his views, but he's not hiding. Like, there'd be a lot of guys with strong views. They're on the internet. They're like this. They're in a secluded location. Well, this isn't a secluded location. This is a professional location. But they do all kind of rants and tirades, but they're not accessible. You will never see them. Because a lot of these guys do these things, and you don't even see their face, right? So you don't even know what they look like. But him, he was out there. Not only did you know what he looked like, he was able to be touched. And we seen that. He got touched. Right? He got touched. But let me get back to this one. This was a good one. Right? On his views of MS-13 and Mexican immigrants and stuff.
they were purely basing the idea that he was part of MS-13 on the idea that they had that he was. No, he's not. So they're purely basing that on the fact that he had tattoos and the fact that he had 8 men in his car that were going to a construction site. Do you think?
So basically, right there, when I hear this, coming from where I'm from, right, from this kid's standpoint, they profiled this guy, right? They profiled him, but Charlie's not going to see it that way. Charlie's not even going to understand that, right? Because Charlie has his views, right? But basically, he had 8 guys in the car. He had tattoos. He was wearing gang attire. So they profiled him. That's called profile.
Personally, do you think personally that toothbrushes and toothpaste is purely the only thing that we can go on when to gratify like the idea that somebody is a human trafficker?
Hold on a second. I got a lot of questions here. So let me just say as a side note, the left's fixation on a wife-beating, child-abusing MS-13 foreigner, as if that's the big fight that they want to have, is so morally disgusting with so much suffering. That's number one. That's a side note. But I want you to explain this to me. What are these tattoos exactly? Is that not an MS-13 gang tattoo?
I've never seen anybody affiliated with MS-13, but I think that it could be a multitude of.
So what is that? That's marijuana M, smiley face S, cross 1, skull 3.
Okay.
That's MS-13. Number 2. What was Kilmar Garcia? No, let's go to the facts because you brought.
So this guy apparently was MS-13. Like, but maybe he dropped his flag. He was trying to work. He did not, but he still was profiled, right? According to this kid, right? Because he was going to a construction site with 8 other Mexicans. But you see Charlie's stance, right? Charlie That's his
Facts.
stance.
Number two, what jersey did Kilmar Garcia wear on a routine basis, and what was the significance of it in the Maryland jurisdiction of gang territory?
He wore a Michael Jordan Bulls
Yes,
jersey.
and what is the significance? What gang wears Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls jerseys in the Maryland proper area?
Okay, now to flip that on
MS-13,
No,
got
to
it.
flip that-
So
no,
in
no,
the
to
charging
flip that-
document, and
the
no,
fact that I'm wearing a jersey-
you talked
the fact that
uninterrupted.
I'm wearing a jersey.
Time out.
No,
Time out.
Time. The fact
Yes,
that
you
I'm
happen to
wearing
live
a
in
jersey-
LA, living in
multiple
Dodger.
people-
Time out.
multiple people,
Happen. Time out.
white fence, and the Crips
Time
of
out.
this area wear Dodgers jerseys. So do you think that I would be?
This is what he was killed for, y'all. Right? All he's doing is debating his views, right? He has strong standpoints on a lot of different topics, right? But he was murdered for this. He was murdered for this, man. And people were mad at me yesterday, right? Because I did the live stream on this. And I said that he was killed by his own kind in a savage act. That was a savage act, right? And look, it wasn't an MS-13 member. It was not a Blood or a Crip. It wasn't a Vice Lord, a GD. It was none of these guys who Charlie has such strong opinions on, right? And what we're listening to right here, he's speaking on an MS-13 member. That is not who came for him and positioned themselves on that roof and plotted and laid and waited and fired that shot on him. It wasn't, right? In all likelihood, when this guy's brought to justice, he's going to be an American citizen, a liberal, a conservative, maybe even a fellow conservative with different views, right? You're going to say, no way, he could have been a conservative because he didn't agree with Charlie. Maybe he was, but his viewpoints were different. Definitely a liberal, right? Definitely a liberal, man. So am I getting good? Am I getting good? Am I articulating my thoughts? How's the content looking, man? 55 likes. Thank you so much, man. We are at 55 likes. We've been on for 47 minutes. You know, we give this to you for a good album, man. A good album, man. You know, thank you for the likes, man. Hopefully we get the likes over 100. You know, we're halfway there. We hit the goal of 50, 20 away from 75. Right? I'm trying to keep up with the chat, man. The chat is like crazy. You know, the chat is like crazy, man. You know, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, man. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with the chat, man. It really is, man. Because when the chat gets going, right? Let me show y'all something, right? Because a lot of times when I do these live streams, right? I do boxing, right? The boxing community is so jealous, fan zoned out and weirdoed out that even when I talk about trending boxing topics, they kind of hide my numbers, and a lot of the people that watch me, they don't comment or they just lay in the bushes. So now that I actually have a lot of viewership right now, because this is a lot of viewership, as you can see, right? We're working a lot of viewership, right? That I try to keep up with the comments, right? And in doing so, sometimes it's hard to, but I'm learning on a limb, right? I'm learning on the limb, right? I'm learning on the limb. But appreciate the 57 likes, right? Thank you so much. All right? Thank you guys. All right? Appreciate it. All right? She says lock up Treasury Secretary Scott. He will. Okay, why do you want to lock him up? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Right, for him to be locked up. For him to be locked up. What did he do? Charlie never said the N-word. Okay, Shirley. He didn't say the N-word. But he was on a different type of time. He was on a different type of time. Charlie is in hell looking up at us. Damn, Drew. You think so? You think that man is in hell? You think he's in hell? I don't think he's in hell, man. Even though he had like his views was his views, I don't think he was in. He was murdered. He was slain, man. You know, you said you think that man is in hell. I don't think he's in hell. He was a martyr, right? I think now though, what was done to him is making him actually bigger. Right? Because like I said, I compare him to Malcolm X. And look, I stole that from somebody. I'm doing them how they did me, right? These guys, the fella that I took that from, he used to steal a lot of my stuff in boxing. So I stole it from him. Charlie Kirk is the Malcolm X of the conservative white Republicans. And he was slain for being one of the best debaters. Because by far, he was one of the best debaters, man. Anytime you could just go and talk your source, like I like to say, and set up a microphone like this, and just let random people come and get at you, right? And have that, back and forth dialect going on. That's what Charlie did. That's what he did, man. That is what he did, man. Yes, you did, right? Sunshine Lovely, hit the like button. See, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike, man. And the thing that messing them up is, right, well, I said for them, because they're not used to their influencers, leaders, voices being taken out like that, right? Sunshine Lovely, if you're still in here, they're not used to that, right? That has always happened to us. Via Martin, Malcolm, Fred Hampton. That happens to us. All boisterous leaders or people that have strong opinions and stand on it, that happens to us. They're murdered like that, right? Whereas there are leaders that are like that. Well, JFK was not like that. JFK was a president and, people didn't believe in some of the things he believed in, but he was not like Charlie was a strong, conservative Republican with some would say harsh viewpoints. But he was outside, like they like to say, the young guys, the YNs. He was outside, he was on the front lines, handling his handle. Yeehaw, right? Yeehaw. And so they're not used to seeing that, man. They're not used to that at all. Seeing one of theirs taken out in such a graphic, violent, savage act, right? They're not, man. He definitely was outside. Thank you, Sunshine, for catching that source. Thank you so much, right? Thank you for catching that source, man. Let's continue to run the likes up, man. I think we are at 60 likes. We are 15 away from 75. We've been on for 54 minutes. I'm going to extend this one today, man, because like I said, I'm in my professional settings. I got the board right there. If I needed to go to the board, I could have went to the board, but I don't need to go to the board, right? I don't need to go to the board. I'm not doing a seminar, We still do the seminars too, man. Media marketing management seminars, get with me. Hit me up behind the scenes, serious inquiries only, right? But this is about Charlie. Yes, R.I.P. to Charlie, man. Did they catch the killer yet? Let's give a a quick live look to see if there's any updates on this killer, right? Let's give a quick live update, right? We have 93 in the building. Thank you, man. The numbers are rocking and rolling, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, right? Tomorrow's the big fight in Vegas. For those of y'all that watch boxing, Crawford Canelo. Yesterday was the press conference, was good. A lot of people are upset about that though, because a lot of these guys that do these views like this, I'm doing a lot of views today, right? Yesterday, the day before. A lot of these guys that do their views. Theo, what up, man? Shout out to Theo in the building. Hopefully you hit the like button. A lot of these content creators, these boxing guys that do all these views, they did not get credentials. So the zoo animals aren't being fed. Well, if you know how to hunt, you don't need credentials. You should have been hanging out at the Fountain Blue, because that is the host hotel. But see, you guys aren't real media. A lot of you guys, like I said, you guys are zoo animals. You guys been fed. You have fake numbers, your algorithm you pay for, right? So your emotion isn't authentic. When your emotion is authentic, you don't need a credential. You're gonna pop out like how you guys attempted to pop out. But a lot of you guys that popped out think you're celebrities. You think you're popping, and you're really not. And Turkey Al-Sheikh showed you that. Turkey showed you that you're just like the rest of these guys that sit in your living rooms and you invest in gaming PCs and different screens and you do P-files and thumbnails. You're not outside. You're not like Charlie. You're not on the front lines. And when you do come on the front lines, you need to be fed. You need somebody to set an interview up for you or do a favor for you. Oh, this is my guy. No, do it on your own, man. Get it out the mud. Theo, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Maybe I'll see you in a couple of weeks, because the Harlem African American Day Parade is coming up. And if you know me, I go to all the parades. I do the parades. I'm outside on the front lines. Lonnie Chappell, thank you. Smash the like button, Lonnie. Smash that like button, man, if you are outside, right? But how's the content looking now, y'all? But let's do a quick live update to see if this guy was captured, right? Let's see if he was captured yet. Look, I have came a long way, man. I have a lot of devices. I put in work. I have a lot of devices now, right? So we can multitask. I used to be in here with terrible equipment, right? You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, man. I used to have terrible equipment, but now I have stepped it up, man. Piece by piece, man. All right? Piece by piece, I stepped it up. I like this one right here. I'm gonna play this report right here, because this shows the guy jumping off the roof, right? Yo, put a source in the chat if you can hear this. Let me know you can hear this. Put source. Type source in the chat, or Shanewz, so I know that you guys hear this.
Press conference, we've been awaiting FBI, local law enforcement. There's Kash Patel. I can't see who else is in the picture, but I'm sure that they will introduce themselves. We've been waiting for this for a long time. A lot of breaking developments tonight in terms of a recovered weapon. We have this new TMZ video that we've been airing for you. We know that they...
Yes, the suspect is in custody.
Kirk assassination. President Trump just said a short time ago that he is very certain that the suspect in Tuesday's killing is now under arrest. The president made that claim in a live appearance on the Fox News channel.
Yeah, can I always say, I think, just to protect us all, and so Fox doesn't get sued, and we all don't get sued, and everything else, but I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him. We're in custody, okay? In custody, everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor, everybody did a great job. getting somebody that you start off with
So,
absolutely nothing.
so that was President Trump saying alleged. This is on Fox News, courtesy of Fox News, that he thinks that they have him in custody. I see people in the chat as well are saying that. Did you guys hear that? He is captured. Okay, OB says that he is captured, right? Hello, sweet boy. Who's sweet? I didn't even have my coffee today yet, so I can't be me. I do like my coffee light and sweet. Hello. Hello, right? Hello.
They did a great job. Getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant, but that was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there. And so much work has been done over the last 2.5 days. It's amazing actually when you start off with that and then all of a sudden you get lucky or talent or whatever it is. But I think we're in great shape.
Mr. President,
he's in custody.
your suspicion was that he was radical left.
Radical left. You hear that?
What can you share with us about his ideology?
Yeah, Lars, let me just, and by the way, Lars is doing a good job. What's going on?
Yeah, Mr.
I'll
President.
tell you what, I'm very proud of you.
That president has information that the rest of us don't. Let's bring in Carter Evans. Carter, what are you hearing about this?
Well, the president didn't give too many details about how the arrest went down, when or where. We're going to get more of that information at a news conference that is now scheduled for 9 a.m. Eastern. What we do know is that last night, authorities released some very clear surveillance video showing what they say was the shooter on top of the roof of the building where he shot Charlie Kirk from. You see him jumping down, running away. But yesterday, they also released photos of the suspect, and these were enhanced, and they were really good.
That's what I said yesterday, right? And I'm going to go to some more clips in a second, but I said that yesterday. I was like, yo, once they start releasing certain stuff in the news. Now, I know this I have a media company, right? A lot of times when the media is given information, they are well equipped with a lot more information. So when they was putting out the certain things, and then as the day was going on, you started to see this video where he was on the roof, jumping off the roof. I was like, yo, they had all of that already. They had all of that. Then they showed him in the neighborhood walking with the limp. Y'all remember all that? See, I can talk about it now. I'm at the desk. I'm looking real professional, right? Do I look professional doing this? UGK, Shanewz LLC, Underground King, right? Am I articulating my thoughts well? But they started releasing more and more data all over the news, everywhere. And I was saying to myself, man, they know it. Thank you, Lonnie. Sauce, S-A-U-C-E. S-A-U-C-E, but you said Sice, but thank you, it's still good. Sauce, S-A-U-C-E. Shanewz, S-H-A-N-E-W-Z. The news by Shanewz. But hey, what do I know, right? But yeah, once they started releasing all of that, that's what I said. It's only a matter of time. They got this guy. The walls are closing in. And I'm glad that they caught him. He did not kill himself. Right? He did not kill himself. Or he did not engage in a bang out and was taken out. Because now, with him being arrested and captured, we can get to why and who, if he's even going to do that, if he's going to say who sent him, why he did this, right? What is the connection? We get some of these things now.
Good photos. I mean, you could get a really good look at this guy's face. He had sunglasses on, but other than that, you can get a pretty good look at him. Now, they told us at the news conference last night that they've received more than 7,000 tips on this one, and they've been following up on every one of them.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? 7,000 tips. See, Look, they releasing all this now. They knew that then. They had so much information. 7,000 tips. I did the live yesterday in the car. I'm not in the car today, but thank you for the people coming through. I wish it would have been 700 like yesterday in the car. Maybe when I do one later in the car, I'll get 700 people in here. But they received 7,000 tips. Somebody yesterday in the car, when I was in the car, said that there was a reward of upwards of 100K. 100K. I didn't look that up, but I remember looking at the chat. They put that in the chat. I was like, 100K, you know people are talking. Right? Look at this guy over here in the chat. People tell for nothing. So 100K leading to the rest of this guy, you don't think somebody's going to drop some info? They tell for nothing.
7,000 tips on this one, and they've been following up on every one of them. They've also interviewed more than 200 people. And when it comes to digital tips, this is people uploading video and photos to the FBI's website that might be useful for the investigation. They say they received more or as many, or the last time they received this many digital tips was after the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013.
That's
All
over
right,
12
Thank
years
you so
ago.
much. Let's turn now to Weisha Zhang here in the studio. Weisha, good morning to you. What are you hearing? I kept saying when you saw the shirt that he was wearing, his face, family members certainly know who he is. What are you hearing about this arrest?
Well, Gail, according to President Trump, that's exactly what happened here. Somebody very close who knew who this person was, a minister, according to President Trump, recognized him and then went to a friend.
Well, look, a minister. So this guy was religious. He was killed by his own. Charlie was a Christian. So a minister. So it's obvious this kid, or whoever this guy was in the church as well. But he was so radical left, right? That's the left. Radical right. It's the right. But he was so radical left that he did not agree with Charlie. And he wanted to kill Charlie. He wanted to kill Charlie. He said, where them fans at looking, boy? Richard, why are you over here? I'll entertain you for a little bit, Richard. I look like Eddie Griffin? Do I look like Eddie Griffin? I don't know, Richard. They say Beetlejuice. Now I look like Eddie Griffin. You gotta make it make sense, man. You gotta make it make sense, man. But a Timu Eddie Griffin, I think you are a Timu lame comedian, Richard. But thank you for the comments, man. Hit the like button, man. Thank you for the comments, Richard. Right? You are a Timu comedian. Please don't upgrade your stand-up, right? Upgrade your stand-up. But how is the content looking now, y'all?
Who is a U.S. Marshal to report it. And then the president said that after that, it was the shooter's family who got involved. He said, namely, the suspect's father. And he did couch it, obviously. The president said, look, this is still preliminary, but I have a high degree of confidence.
Yo, look, his own father, the minister, and the father. Man, there's a lot more information is going to come out. Maybe I'll come back and do a follow-up later on tonight. I'll come back, right? Because, you know, this is my spot, y'all. I can come here. I haven't been coming because I've been doing a lot of other things. But maybe I won't go to the gym tonight, and I'll do another live stream here. Brush your face. I just did, Richard. Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Now, you know, Richard really means dick, right? Are you a dick, Richard? You know, we'll have a little bit of fun, man. Yo, Richard, are you a dick? Right? Are you a dick, Richard? I know you are. You're a dickhead. Yo, Gumbo, you like that, right? Yo, Gumbo, they can't fuck with me, man. The news, my Shanewz, source experience, man. You know, you do have options. Yo, Richard, you gotta be able to take it. You over here dishing it, you gotta be able to take it. See, I take it. Right? Guys throw it at me all day. They throw it at me all day over here. I'm Beetlejuice, I'm this. It's nothing, man. It comes with the territory, man. It comes with the territory, man. So much gums. You have the nerve to live stream. Yeah. Gums are good, right? Gums are good. But Richard, your name is Richard. Richard is Dick. So you're a dickhead. Richard Dickhead, right? Right? My name is Shalom. You know? My name is Shalom. Broke back. No, I'm not broke. I got paid today, Richard. Today was direct deposit day, man. We got paid today, Richard. You don't see me over here panhandling, ask for any money. I got paid today, Richard. Well, last night I get direct deposit. So I woke up with my funds in my account. Right, Richard? And after I leave here, I may even go do some deliveries, man. And get paid. Right? That's why you don't see me on here panhandling, Richard. All I ask is for likes. Because one thing about when you do this, blogging and streaming, eventually the people like I have, like my brother Gumbo and CW, more people are going to subscribe to the channel, and then they're going to donate, right? Because the actual people that watch my growth, right, know that I really do invest in my company. As you can see right here with this. Right now, I'm not sitting in my car. I do it in my car, but I could come here and record in a professional setting. I do it in the confines of my home. But I like doing it here. And being that today I had to go up to the school to handle some business for one of my children, I had the time to come here today. And that is why I chose to come in and do this professional live stream. But thank you for pulling up. We don't eat pork, Richard. Sorry. You have the wrong brother. You have the wrong guy. I'm not a pork eater. Haven't had pork in many years. It's not good for you. You know? And shout out to Charlie. If Charlie was around, Charlie would tell you that. You read the Bible speaks of it. See, I don't know I know the Bible, but I'm not one of those guys that know the Bible like that, where I could quote the actual scripture and all that. But it's in the Bible. You shouldn't eat pork. But hey, what do I know? Yes, shout out to Lonnie. Lonnie Chaplin said, last name ends in head. Yeah, that was good, right? I don't eat swine. Swine is not divine. No, sir, Gumbo. No. Read the Quran, my brother. I read a lot, man. I read a lot, you know, but I can't articulate my thoughts well. 67 likes, man. We are almost at 75. Let's get it to 75. We're cooking. We are cooking. But let's get back to, look, and we're watching this together or listening to this together. His own father dimed him out, right? See how that works?
Said, look, this is still preliminary, but I have a high degree of confidence that we have the shooter in custody. And, you know, Carter talked about how they had 7,000 tip scale. It was just apparently one that made all the difference because this pastor saw all the images that we were watching and then reported it to somebody. And the president said he found out about this about 5 minutes before he went on set here in New York City to talk about, you know, everything else. And then he had this breaking news. So that is what we know today. We haven't even heard this yet from law enforcement officials. But again, the president making this very significant announcement this morning.
Well, breaking news is always a very fluid situation.
Breaking news, man.
If anybody has...
Yo, breaking news with Shanewz. So they have a suspect in custody. Man. So now we get a lot more answers. So this guy was in the church. This guy was in the church, man. His pastor told him. Now I wonder if they're going to get that bread. He probably wanted that bread for the church. I wonder if they're going to give him that bread. Do you think they're going to give him that bread? Gumbo and some of the others that are in here. 74 in the building, right? We got 74 in the building. You think he's going to get that bread? right? You think he's gonna get that bread? 100 grand, right? It was 100 racks, they said yesterday. 100 racks. 100 racks. Yo, Gumbo, if you still in here, man, yo, why some of those guys, right, that's out there in Vegas, man, yo, their content is trash, man. They not getting access. What's going on out there, Gumbo? I've been watching. I just ain't really been reporting on the boxing shit. Because to me, the boxing shit is a bunch of jealous fans, man. Weirdos. But why those guys ain't getting access, man? You know, they do a lot of views. Why they not getting access, man? They get a lot of views, man. Yo, yesterday, right? Before I get back on Charlie, yo, I watched a content creator where a lot of people are comfortable with. They fuck with him. Yo, the nigga shit was so bull, just like ew. And now I get why you don't like me as a boxing person, because you know you do a lot of views and all this, and people are comfortable coming on your platform, but you are on the front lines and you're not even in the mix. You're not even in the mix, man. How does that work, man? How does that work? But I get it. Like I said, bitches suck dick just to get to the top. You ain't give up that good twat. You ain't give up that good head, right? So now you're not getting access like that because you're not really him, right? You on the outs. But how is the content looking now, man?
Situation, but you would think if anybody has the information, the president would have the most recent information. And to hear that possibly his father and the minister turned him in, every time I saw that picture, Weija, I kept thinking, so many people know who this man is. So many people do. And I was hoping that he would be caught sooner rather than later.
Yes, and that's exactly why President Trump from day one said the same thing and begged people for information. And now we have critical information.
Weija, thank you so much. Just to recap, President Trump says he is highly confident that the shooter in Wednesday's assassination of Charlie Kirk is in Utah.
Yo, listen. Stop it. We're going to get back on this. Wednesday's assassination, they caught him by Friday. Yo, they caught him by Friday. Listen, I told you, when the feds get to you, right? The feds is on you, your time is up, man. Right? Especially in this day and time with phones and all this. What is the saying I'm looking for? Let me articulate my thoughts. Eyes in the sky. It's over, man. And when you kill such a high-profile person, right? Because Charlie Kirk is considered a high-profile person. They're going to catch you. Look, when they really want to solve a murder or any killing, what technology has nowadays, like I said, with the eye in the sky, they can solve it. It's about who's who, man. It's about who's who. Like that brazen act that dude pulled off. We're gonna get a lot more information out now. He was getting caught, man. He was getting caught. 2 days, man. In 2 days, they said they had over what? How many tips? Thousands upon thousands of tips. Then they had people just dropping off intel to the FBI hotline, uploading surveillance and all that. 2 days, they walked him down. In 2 days. But how's the content looking now, man? Gumbo says, remember that show, Person of Interest? It tells you all they see everything. Man, they knew everything, man. The fucked up thing is, remember the old dude they locked up? They locked up that old dude. He's probably going to get a nice bag. He's going to get a nice piece of change, man. Remember the old dude? Did you see that video, Gumbo? And the rest of the chat? Chat, what up, man? Did y'all see that video of that old guy? The one when they was rushing him through, and people were like, "You animal!" They were screaming on. He didn't even do it. His pants was falling down, right? Did y'all see that one? Right? The old guy? The old fella, man. He was an older guy, man. He had the person in my chat yesterday said that The reason why they locked him up because he had a rifle. Yeah, he had a rifle, right? So they grabbed him up, man. He's gonna get a bag for that, man. They grabbed him up, man. They had him come, dragging him through the what's the name? His pants was falling down. He's about to get a bag. Because he wasn't even a shooter, man. Yo, he wasn't, yeah, he plays that right, he's gonna get paid, man. You know, pain and suffering, embarrassment, right? Smash the like button for that, man. Ralph Perry said, "Go fund me." All right, put your thing in the chat. Where you need the fund sent? It's a couple people over here. Maybe they'll fund you. Right? Put it in the chat, man. Maybe you can get some funds, man. But they have captured a suspect, man. I wanna see the actual let me see. Do they have they let Trump announce it. Where's the police? Where is the police? What's the name?
All right, this feels almost illegal to know, but our windows were so old and just desperately needed to be replaced.
How's the content looking, y'all? I want to see the actual FBI news conference, if there is one. All right. I want to see the actual FBI. I don't see it. I don't see it. But how's the content look? Oh, 70 likes. Look, we're 5 away from the goal. The goal was 75, man. Let's get 5 more likes, man. That's easy to do, man. My brother came in here, he said 75. So we set the mark at 75. We are currently at 36. We're currently at 70, so we need 5 more likes, man. Yo, did y'all see the, I don't want to play the footage, but did you see how, he jumped off a that building that he jumped off of, right? That was it was pretty, at least couple stories, right? His dad, James West, thank you for that. Let me pin that. So James West said his dad was a Charlie Kirk supporter. He probably was too. James, thank you for that. He probably was one also. James, he had to be one too. But he just, sometimes guys, he probably worshiped Charlie. And, reports are coming out that Charlie started doing other things, man. And it probably broke this guy down to the point where he went against Charlie. Yes, they did catch him. Raider Red 25. Hit the like button for that. Yo, we should get 5 likes ASAP. Smash the like button, chat. 5 times for this man being caught and brought to justice. Right? Hit the like button for that, man. Because that was modern day JFK, Malcolm X, Dr. King. This man, like I said, I played a lot of earlier the Charlie clips. Charlie was a great debater at the end of the day. He was a great debater. He wasn't a violent person. He had strong viewpoints and opinions, but he was a debater. He was not going into communities, beating people up, even though he felt whatever type of way, right? 72 likes with 3 away, 3 more likes. Let's get 3 likes for the shooter being caught. He said this kid pulled off with a lot of history. Couldn't. It's truly is crazy. More's going to come out on this now that he's caught as to why he did this. This was planned out, man. This was very well planned and strategic, right? Right? there has to be, so far, James West said that his father was a supporter of Charlie. So there's more information that's going to come out as to why he did this. What was his connection to Charlie as well, man? Charlie Kirk is right in hell, man. Damn, somebody else today, he's in hell. He said, I just played some of that, James, where they said that the pastor and people recognized the outfit and they called in. I seen that. We just listened to that. I don't know when you got over here. I just played some of that. You know? But we work it, man. We giving y'all the content, man. I know a lot of the naysayers, right? They are probably in the shadows. They didn't comment, right? The chat was too loud for them, Gumbo. They didn't want to comment, man. You know, the jealous fan zone guys, you know, the boxer weirdo groupies, they didn't want to comment, man. I've been to college. I just don't understand how he got into the building without a key card. Most buildings on campus will have a key card. Yo, not really. Anthony. Actually, yeah, not really. Remember, there was like, how many thousands of people at the event? And then, you know, you seen reports where people were saying that the security, they wasn't checking tickets, all type of stuff. So that, you know, the breach in that was easy. They wasn't prepared, man, because when this happened, right? Look, they arrested that old dude, right? He wasn't even, look, they were so out the loop, the campus police and the people that was there, they wasn't ready, man. They was not ready. You know, it is like I said, Charlie does this. Well, Charlie did this, going to campuses and engaging in these debates. So they probably was prepared for like rowdy students and shit like that, but they didn't think nobody was gonna set up, lay on them, right? He laid on them. He really was a sniper, man. He was a marksman, right? You got that right, news friends. Yes, thank you. Thank you, James. Isn't it a coincidence that they were talking about gun violence and he got shot? Yo, he was talking about gun violence and gangs and then he got hit. Yeah, man, that was crazy. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. You know, that was karma, man. But how's the kind of look? I gave y'all guys an extra half hour, man. I said I was only gonna stay on for an hour. I do got the spot booked for 2 hours. You know, I haven't been here in a while. All right. George, the chair. What about the chair? I got a couple chairs in here, George. I got a chair right over here, but I don't need that shit because it's just me in here today. You know? But they caught this guy, man. In less than 2 days, man. They was not playing, man. In less than 2 days, they caught this man. So hit the like button for that, man. When the FBI wants to catch you, they're gonna catch you. Now look, let me tell you something, and this may offend some of you guys, right? When your life means something, right? Check the vibes on us. We had 74. One more for 75 likes, man. When your life means something, they're gonna find your killer. Tupac, Biggie Smalls, many rappers. It goes years. Unsolved murders. Yo, Charlie was shot on Wednesday. Thursday afternoon, Listen to this, man. Thursday afternoon, I'm looking into the camera and saying, I took my glasses off. Thursday afternoon, they had a person of interest. By Thursday night, they had every move he made. Friday, before 9 a.m., he was locked up. He was locked up. So if they want to catch you for a murder, they can catch you. It's about who you are, right? It's about who you are. Because they have the resources to do it. We just witnessed it. Smash the like button for that. We are 1 like away from the goal. The goal was 75, man. The goal was 75. We are at 74 likes. Currently at 74 likes, man. 83 in the building. We should have 74 likes, man. 75 likes. Let's get the likes to 75, man. Maybe one of you, there we go. We cracked it. We cracked it. We are at 76. Thank you so much, chat. Appreciate that. We hit the goal. My brother came in here and set the goal at 75. Now if we get to 100, oh well, we'll take it. We're at 78 now. Thank you so much, chat. Appreciate that. Once again, breaking news, the suspect has been caught. So my thumbnail title, Charlie Kirk's killer is still at large, is false. Is false. Yes, the views are here, Malik. Malik, not for nothing. The view's always been here. I'm just not catering to a jealous boxing fan base no more, Malik. This is Shanewz, media marketing management consultant agent. Why should I keep catering to a jealous fan zone, right? When you can speak on worldly topics, things that actually people not only support, watch, talk about, engage in, whereas boxing, not only do these jealous fans not engage in it, they don't support it. They sit around, they feel some type of way if you are definitely involved and do things in it, right? Because majority of the boxing content creators, they buy views, they speak on things that they don't do. And then like we're seeing right now, when they do pop out to Vegas for the biggest fight week, and we, since probably Spence Crawford, they don't get no access. Their content is room rated-ish, right? But hey, what do I know, man? But yes, how is the content looking now? We're back where we always been at, man. It's just that now, like I said, I'm speaking on worldly things. But happy Friday to you as well, Malik. You know, it's the countdown. Tomorrow's the fights. Shout out to Jaleel Hackett. Oh, man. That young man, he won his fight last night. And he earned his spot. He fought in the gladiator pits in Brooklyn and got a slot. I'm going to hit his father up, Bernard. You know, I remember we came up in the trenches together. And I remember he signed with Mayweather and things didn't really unfold the way they were. But I think, because from what I'm hearing, right, and I'll get back on Charlie in a second, from what I'm hearing, Turkey Al-Sheikh really likes him. He's with Eddie Hearns and Matchroom. He stopped the guy last night. So he might be getting some opportunities, man. The rage bait is old news. I don't know what that means, James. Fill me in, right? The race. Are you saying the race bait? The race bait. You said rage though. Rage. Race. I don't do the race baiting. That's not my thing. Doug Nasty. Okay. Whatever that means. I don't know. We got 80 likes, man. We're 20 away from 100. 20 away from 100. And look, let me tell you something. I got 80 likes, right? Now, one time did I tell you guys to refresh the super chat, right? I'm not a panhandler, man. If you like the content, that's all I ask is for a like. Because the likes to get me to where I need to go. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. I'll get my own bag. You know, if you do want to donate to the channel, feel free. But the ones that do donate, look what we made happen. Let me show y'all. We made this happen, right? Like I said, I am one of those people that I'm not gonna be on here taking your donations, going to buy fake jewelry. You know, you got some of those guys out here, man. Let me put my glasses on now, so I'm about to get into character mode. These guys are taking your money. They're going to get high. They're buying fake jewelry, right? They're trying to look like rappers and entertainers, right? They're trying to look like rappers and entertainers, man. You don't want me to talk about that, right? Because they watched me, right? Out the Mud Entertainment, right? Their content is watered down. Their substance is watered down, right? Speaking of substance, I got, it's gonna go fast, man. Did you see that watermelon infused Seymour's, yellow and red, that I made? Watermelon, that moss gelled up so nice. You know why that watermelon gelled up nice? Because watermelon is what? Water. It's water. Malik, that is correct. I'm gonna pin that, Malik. They taking y'all money and never been to no fights on boxing. That's correct. They not only that, man, they're buying fake jewelry. They are Bishop Lamar and y'all, man. These guys is out there in Vegas right now. You ain't seen them on the front lines at nothing because they don't have the access. They don't have the access, man. They're showing. How's the content looking, man? But tomorrow's the big fight, y'all. Tomorrow's the big fight. I really didn't do too much fight week coverage, man. I didn't do too much fight week coverage. Shout out to WCS in the building. How is the content looking now? Yo, WCS, let those cocksuckers know, those jealous fans know. How do my numbers look now? I got 80 likes. Remember Dookie Boy and them boys? They was talking about my views, man. My views is up. Authentic. Not only is my views up, my recording setting is up, man. And we only getting started. And I'm not even a blogger like that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to keep my foot on all these weirdos' necks. All these guys that went against me because they was jealous of who I was in boxing. And they were supposed to be fans of boxing. So now I'm going to keep my foot on their neck. Because they are all exposed as jealous, weirdo boxing fans. Right? You're a weirdo fan in the bushes. So stay in the bushes. How is the content looking now? Yo, Turkey don't need to deal with them, Malik. Right? He doesn't need to deal with them, Malik, because all of these dudes are smoke and mirrors. And a lot of them are replaced. Right? Because see, one thing about authentic motion, getting it out the mud, all these dudes never got it out the mud. They were fake it till you make it. They were characters. So Turkey sat back, right? This is the Turkey era. I watched this dude, matter of fact, let me play this real quick, right? This guy was crying. Champside cried yesterday. Then I heard the other dude, Girl Scout 86, cry. That Turkey is not giving out credentials to YouTubers and things, right? And I said to myself, damn, they did that to me and many others for years. I didn't cry. I still got to the motion. Not only did I get to the motion, I ended up getting a fighter signed. And the rest is history, right? All while building my platform. Still, you know, I like to do my live streams and equipment. But today, like I said, I had to go handle some affairs at the school for my daughters. And I don't have, you know, I'm not in equipment today, so I can come here and record. But yes, these guys been exposed. They don't have no motion. They sit online. They talk to bots. They don't sell no tickets. They're not influencers. Right? Like, look at the numbers on this. 80 likes. I didn't buy no views on this, man. Yesterday, I did 38,000 when I talked about Charlie in my car. Right? They pay for both viewerships. That is correct, James. That is correct. And that's what they wanted me to do in the boxing field. But I always told them, I said, I'm not in the boxing to be a boxing content maker. I put out content because I do boxing. If my content isn't good enough for you, you go find you a dick in the booty guy. And that's what they do. Bitches suck dick just to get to the top. They found a lot of dick in the booty guys. And now Turkey has his own dick in the booty guys. So he replaced a lot of those guys. Right? He has replaced them. And that's what we see now. And then we're seeing some of these old weirdos attempting to go out there, but they know they don't have no motion. So now they gotta be in the bushes. They gotta be in their rooms. Why ain't you on the front lines? Why didn't they give you the microphone yesterday to ask Crawford or Canelo a question like Radio Raheem and these other guys? Maybe because they know you don't really have the motion that you claimed you had. You don't influence nobody. You're not Charlie Kirk, right? You come on live streams and do hours and hours of live streams talking to other jealous fans. You're like, yo, listen, I watched these guys yesterday, but I always knew these guys, they wasn't about shit. And that's why me personally, when it comes to people that's not about nothing, you won't catch me sitting on their platforms. You won't see me even trying to network or build with them because I'm on my grandfather's time. You are a reflection of the company you keep. So if I'm sitting around niggas that don't have employment, aren't working, aren't building nothing, what does that say about me? Like I said, not everybody's perfect, right? We all have problems. We all go through financial hardships. But if you're not trying to better yourself, look, I'm sounding like Charlie Kirk right now. If you're not trying to better yourself, why am I around you? Because I'm trying to better myself. Yes, James West said they not Shanewz with the sauce. Yes, they not. They not. But I watched these niggas yesterday, and I sent it to you, WCS, if you're still in here. I laughed. I said, man, these niggas is a joke. These niggas is a joke, a circus. Circus clown shit, man. You're not going to the press conference. The press conference is going on. You're not there. Shout out to my boy David Flats. David Flats was in the building. Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Yo, Brooklyn, we did it, right? David Flats is like me. He gets it out the muck, out the mud. He was there on the front lines. Always in the mix. No credentials. Making it happen. I respect that, man. So salute the Flats, man. In the mix, right? Crown Heights, Brooklyn in the building. Shout out to Biggie. Rest in peace to Big. Yo, Brooklyn, we did it. Yes, Kings County. I claim Brooklyn. I have family in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is Long Island to me. That is the first county. That is Kings County. If you know me, you know I claim the whole Long Island. Kings County, Queens County, Nassau, and Suffolk. Yes, that is Long Island. Long, strong island, man. But how's the content looking, y'all? How's the content looking? So they caught the shooter quick, fast, man. Quick, fast, man. But yes, tomorrow's the big fight, man. Hopefully some of these guys get some good content today because the weigh-in is free. Just go to the weigh-in, man. You know, they are staying at the Fountain Blue Hotel. There's a lot of players in town. Get with them, right? Right? 41 in the building. Before I wrap it up, man, any suggestions, right? Because I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to go get something to eat, man. And I'm going to enjoy my Friday off, man. I need to go get 2 tires, too. I'm going to go get 2 more tires, look. I'm learning the game, right? I got 2 yesterday. I'm going to get 2 more tires on my business accounts, right? It's a tax write-off, see? People have been teaching me the game. And I also learned the game coming here, reading and stuff, right? I put it on my business, right? On my delivery service business, because, right, you guys were laughing at me, right? I do Instacart, Uber Eats, all these different things. I incorporated that into an LLC. So when I put stuff onto my car, whether oil changes and different things, I'm going to use my business card. It's a tax write-off. So then next year, around this time, when you see me in something very big, right? Just know I earned it. Don't be mad. Don't say, oh, yo, nobody watches you. No, I earned it. All those Instacart deliveries and Uber Eats and all the stuff that I do, I earned it. I have a legit business that you guys don't support, right? You didn't support this, right here. This is blogging and talking. But now people do support it, and I want to say thank you. Yes, R.I.P. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and now Charlie Kirk, the conservative Republican version of Malcolm and Martin. He was a debater, man. They killed him for his debating skills. They murdered him for his debating skills. They murdered him for his views, for his mind. Jonathan, what up? Hit the like button, Jonathan. Hit the like button. But how is the content looking now? Look. All right, look. I'm going to show y'all, look. You know, boom, 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 boom. Pop locking, man. We about to end the live stream, man. This is probably one of my most successful live streams in the spot, man. I've been here over a year and a half now, man. This one right here, we did a lot of views. We got 80 likes. So we just dancing right now, man. We just dancing, man. Thank you, Jonathan Gonzalez. Appreciate that, man. You know, we building from the ground up, man. Rome wasn't built in a day. But we building. Trials and tribulations. I had a minor setback. Today's Friday, Wednesday with the business, but it's all right. It's all right. Like I said, well, look, one door closed, another one open, right? When one door closes, another one opens, right? That's how you gotta look at it, man. Always gotta stay positive. Great night in the gym last night. For those of y'all that seen it, right? Even my daughter was hating on me last night in the gym. You know, $1 Million Marley and Joe Dini. I got that content out, right? Of them, you know, pad work. Jase, all the guys. You know, Suffolk. Shout out to Suffolk PAL. I got to shout out my home. That is my home. The vision is all on the big screen now, man. No, Mr. No Views, man. I did it with no views, man. Mr. 15%. Started out at 5%. Now I'm up to 15%. It's 15% for my services. And I want to put this out here. I didn't really talk too much about the fight week. For what? Let you guys that have all the motion talk about it. It's 15% for my goods and services, right? I know the game, right? You guys are out there. Put out some content. You know, cover the events. And once again, shout out to Jaleel Hackett, man. Great to see you. From what I'm hearing, you're going to have some big things in coming because Turkey Al-Sheikh likes you. He likes you. And when Turkey likes you, Turkey's like the gladiator king. If he likes your style of fighting, man, you see Terrence Crawford is up right now, man. I cut trees and weather disaster company named Northern Cali Landscape and Tree Service LLC. Oh, you get into the bag, Jonathan. You are what I call a storm chaser. I worked with a couple of your guys like you. We call those, we have one of those now in my department, the cherry pickers, right? When we had Superstorm Sandy and the other one, the storm chasers was up here because they had to help us clear out a lot of stuff. You guys make a lot of money. You travel. You go where the disasters are. You make a lot of money, man. So salute to you, man. Salute to you. That is a very lucrative business. You know, you get a lot of grants and contracts. Well, I'm not going to say grants. You get a lot of contracts from the government, right? Jonathan, if you're still in here, maybe you don't want to disclose your business, but you know, I dig it. Salute to you. Yeehaw. Yeehaw, man. All right, I got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes is 2 hours. I gave y'all a nice 2-hour live stream. That's why I started talking about a little bit of boxing at the end, man. You know, just a little bit. I think Terrence Crawford's gonna win this fight, man. Terrence Crawford is gonna win this fight, man. He's the underdog. A lot of people were booing him. Canelo, one thing I'm gonna say about Canelo, he is still the superstar. Did you see him check Max Kellerman? He checked him. Max Kellerman was doing his part because right now there is a civil war going on. And if you pay attention, the old guards is going against the new guards, right? The old guards is, you know, like PBC, Top Rank, and then they are having to link up together now, man. They're linking up, if you're paying attention. Al and Bob definitely doing a lot of business together. They got to. Because you see what's going on. Turkey's making his play. Now I'm going to break this down to you in street terminology. Turkey is taking over the block. He's coming. He's pushing them out. He has better work. He has the plug. He is the plug. But he has better work. He has more money. He's trying to push them off the block. And it's working. And you know how that goes. When you come in, you bring in your peoples. I was watching these guys complaining. But I said to myself, like, damn, homie, you used to get all the credentials. You don't get credentials now, you're complaining. You got pushed off the block. That's what happens. You sold your ass. You're not with Turkey. Right? That makes any sense, man. But how's the content looking, yeah? But yes, you know, Turkey is trying to take over. But Canelo wasn't having it. When he tried to say, like, Dana White is going to do this, Canelo said, no. Boxing is big. See, I told y'all, Canelo been speaking English. Ben knows English. Speaks it very well. He said, no, boxing big. Boxing is bigger. Oh, Canelo knows. He got the whole Guadalajara, right? He got the whole, Mexico is in Vegas right now, man. I'm going to tell y'all what, man. All you brothers talking that cold shit, if Terrence Crawford whoops out Canelo, y'all better be on code. Because some of y'all going to get your ass whooped in that arena, in that stadium. They're in the stadium. It's going to go down. It's going to go down in that stadium. If Terrence Crawford is successful in defeating Canelo Alvarez, it is definitely going to go down in that stadium. Best believe that, man. It's going to go down. Yes, I know how you do, Jonathan. I know how you do, man. I know how the Storm Chasers do. You're in a great business, man. Because, and I say this respectfully, there's always natural disasters, man. Tornadoes, hurricanes, always, man. Always. And you get to see the world. You get to travel, man. You get to travel, man. So, salute to you, man. Continue blessings and success, brother. Continue blessings and success. I'll be there one day. I don't know if I want to do that, right? As far as, opening up a trucking company. Because I've been driving for so long, right? And operating heavy machinery. That's why I just like doing these little Instacart orders and Uber Eats. It's like little local shits, right? But I got something else on the table. But I'm not really, like I said, man, I want to just concentrate on this right now, doing my streaming and blogging. And my management, my boxing management company, agent, developing fighters. Because if you really follow my channel, it's going down right in front of your face, right? Once again. So don't be surprised when I come back on and I talk my stuff with this boxing, because I got some things going on with the boxing, man. And I'm showing the real boxing fans and supporters the steps. I'm showing y'all the steps, man. I'm showing y'all the steps, right? That was an important text, y'all. Damn. 84 likes, man. Appreciate the likes, man. We are currently 6 likes away from 90. We had almost 2 hours, right, to go. You know. You know, let me know, man. Let me know. Let me know, man. I gotta respond in a timely manner to this text. But this is the Source Experience, man. I'm located in Long Island, Suffolk, Brentwood Bay Shore. I work for the town of Huntington Highway Department, man. We get to the motion, Jonathan. I'm a heavy equipment operator. You know? I will visit your podcast when I'm there in town. Thank you. Hopefully my podcast gets even bigger, you know. How far from California? Oh, man. We on the other side of the map, man. I'm in New York. You are on the west. Yeah, look, you over there. I'm over here. But yeah, we on the opposite coast, man. We on the opposite coast. But salute to you, Jonathan Gonzalez. You keep shining, man. You'll be around here real soon. East Side, yes, James West said East Side. Salute to James West, man. Yes, we are going to wrap this up in 2 more minutes, man. 2 more minutes will be 2 hours. Thank you for the 84 likes. I appreciate all of y'all. I'm going to continue to keep growing and giving it to y'all like this. Salute to the chat, though, man. The chat was live today, man. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, man. It's sad when you die for your views and opinions, right? He went out like a soldier. He was taken out like a soldier. And he was just a debater, man. He died a terrible death, man. You know? Like I said, all the research that I have been doing on this guy, he did not come off as a violent person to have such a violent death. You understand what I mean by that? Did y'all catch that vibe? You know? Did y'all catch that vibe, man? He died a tragic, violent death, man. Just off of his thoughts and opinions and views. Like I said, I didn't see, I've been, since the shooting happened Wednesday, I've been Google searching him, looking at a lot of his videos, and all I see him doing is debating with strong opinions on people, blacks and different stances and stuff. But as far as being a violent person, a killer, because he was killed, right? You know that saying, live by the sword, die by the sword. I don't see that on his jacket. You know? But it is what it is, man. We are going to wrap this up. Look, they telling me I can stay longer. But nah, I might come back tonight. I only had 2 hours. But they're telling me I can stay. But this is the Source Experience. We're going to wrap it up. Look, I have my setup. Look, I'm going to show y'all my setup. I came up, y'all. Look, I came up. Right? I was able to monitor what was going on. That is my board. If I need to go to the board, look, if I have a guest in studio with me, right? But how is the content looking now, man? This is the Source Experience. The news by Shanewz. Look, I'll walk around for y'all. Look, the ghetto cowboy. You know, you do have options. Yeehaw.